5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of this very modest amendment by Congresswoman Eshoo. In the words of the young people, this is a no-brainer. This should be an easy call for members on both sides of the aisle, people who believe in fairness and democracy and transparency. It should be an easy call for us to say, you know what? We know that there may be federal contractors out there who are getting billions of dollars in benefits from federal contracts, but they should disclose the money that they're spending on campaigns. The American people expect that. I wasn't a supporter of the decision in Citizens United versus the Federal Elections Commission, but that's not what this is about, Mr. Speaker. This is not about a protected First Amendment right. I read the decision in Citizens United, and what I took away from that, Mr. Speaker, is that, in fact, the one area that the Congress does have some authority in is to regulate the disclosure of expenditures in campaigns. The court was very explicit about that, and I know that there have been, Mr. Speaker, a number of statements here on the floor that suggest otherwise. It suggests that this very fine and modest amendment would, in fact, impede on constitutional rights. But that's not what the court said at all. What the court said is that it's important, and Congress has the authority to regulate the disclosure of corporate expenditures on campaigns, and this amendment does exactly that. It says, you know what, to play by the rules, these are the rules that we set. If you spend money on campaigns, we have a right, the public has a right, an interest in knowing what your interest is. And so I'm a strong supporter of this amendment. It's simple. Who funds campaigns? What's your special interest, Mr. Speaker? At a minimum, government contractors who really stand to gain billions of dollars should disclose their interest in our campaigns. This is a simple question of democracy, and members can declare here today that either they're on the side of the public interest and support this amendment, or they're on the side of secrecy and collusion and oppose the amendment. It's imperative that we really prevent secret donations in our elections. We've eliminated the presidential campaign fund, so much more unfettered spending will take place in presidential campaigns. We can't afford to continue to obstruct common sense reforms that diminish the voices of the American people. And I'm not alone. Across this country, fully 80% of the American public actually believe that the Citizens United decision was decided wrongly. But that's not why we're here today. We will take that up at another time. We're here today, Mr. Speaker, to declare once and for all that there will be some of us, and I hope a majority of us, that will stand in support of the Eshoo Amendment on the side of fairness, on the side of democracy, on the side of transparency, on the side of the American people. And we will declare here today with our vote that we stand for the public interest, and some will so shamefully declare that they stand for special interest. And with that, I'm going to yield the balance of my time and say I urge us to stand on the side of the public interest in support of the Eshoo